Today, man, no cars. No car parade. I hope you guys went out for a ride today. I'm looking forward to seeing some Thanksgiving ride videos. Oh yeah. I just adjusted my throttle this morning. I don't like it too loose, man. I like it up to the point where it's almost you know, it takes no effort to get a response. Haven't measured it. I just get a feel for it. I think I'm just gonna get some coffee here. Maybe take a little break because, like I said, man, having no protection on your face is that really sucks. It's really becoming a factor here in my ride. Yeah, my fingers are definitely starting to get cold now. And these are, like I said, on one of my prior videos, these are actually pretty thick gloves right here. Yeah, pretty thick gloves. You know, waterproof and everything. Holy crap, my fingers are cold. So it's definitely cold out here, man. Definitely cold. What do you guys suggest I get for my winter riding clothes? I mean, I see some of you guys out there riding comfortably in this weather, these weather conditions. So you know, please definitely leave me some suggestions in my comment section, so I can get something that's crap. Didn't put my signal there. I can get something that you know, well worth the money. I know everything's so expensive. Okay, so just got myself some coffee. Yeah. Let's go find some place to enjoy it. See, look, told you there's ice on these patches of water. But yeah, riding with SD, man, he's I think that's someone that kind of encouraged me to keep riding, because when I first got my bike, I went out for a couple runs in the beginning, and it wasn't that far, maybe like 2-3 miles really, and you know, I almost went off the road in one of those rides, and it just kind of freaked me out, man. You know what I mean? Oh man, gotta be careful here. Look at this, man. Couldn't ask for anything more. Yeah, I like this. No, but like I was saying, I almost went off the road twice. The first time was pretty damn scary, because I had just gotten the bike from the dealer. My brother rode it home, and I was so excited, I just jumped right on it and went down the street with it. And I went off the road. I went off the road once, and I was going like 30 miles an hour. I got target fixated, and it wasn't too bad though. I mean, I managed to brake, you know, pretty good and stop the bike. I think I went into, like, I was going towards the woods, but I never really got there. There was a little area, maybe like 6 to 8 feet of grass, and that's where I landed. I'm lucky actually that my bike didn't go underneath me. But that was the first time. The second time that happened to me, I was on a curve and I got target fixated again, and you know, I had gotten the courage to go out there again. You know, it took me like 2 days to go out there again, because like I said, it freaked me out, dude. I was like, you know, what the hell am I doing? I have no business, you know, going back on a motorcycle. I had everybody on my family already pretty much pissed off at me for getting back on one, because and I also mentioned this in one of my previous videos. I've actually had an accident a couple years back, and I got target fixated on a curve, and I was going like 55 miles an hour. So that was pretty nasty. And I think getting over that, it really takes time. You know, it takes a lot of patience, because you kind of always have that fear in your head. I mean, it's just the worst thing, you know, to have an accident like that. And mind you, having an accident, you know, when you're an experienced rider and you at least know what happened, you know, that's one thing. But I was just beginning to ride. I had like I had maybe taken my bike out twice or 3 times on small runs, and like 3-4 mile runs, and the bike wasn't even mine. The bike was my friend. The bike was my friend's. It was an old Honda Shadow, and I totaled it, and it sucked. And my buddy never mentioned anything about it. You know, he was just like, "Ah, forget about the bike. I got it cheap anyways." But still, that sucks, because my friend, you know, he loves riding too. So, but anyway, the point is, when you first start out riding and something happens to you, you really don't know how to rationalize what happened to you, and it just makes it even worse. because when you get target fixated, man, this is what happened to me. I was going on the curve, right? I was just about to enter in the curve, and I was coming in hot, obviously, 55 miles an hour. That was way too hard. And I did start decelerating, you know, like going off the throttle. So maybe it might have been slower when I actually entered the curve. But I was trying to keep up with my older brother, and he had a GXSR 600, and he was, you know, he was leaving me behind. So I tried to accelerate to catch up to him. And he didn't have that much experience either on a bike. So when I entered the curve, right, this is what happened. I started turning, right, and then in the middle of the curve, that's when it happens if you're an inexperienced rider. See, you gotta it's like they said, you gotta point your nose in the direction you want your bike to go. And if you don't know that, then you have no business being on a motorcycle. That's why it's so important to take the MSF course, and learn all that stuff prior, you know, to getting on a motorcycle, because that stuff is just, that stuff will save your life. Something as simple as that, you know, pointing your nose in a direction you want to go.